This is eXp Group Insights, hosted by Anthony Serafino, where global produce, innovation, and leadership connect to drive the future of supply and success.
All right, we are back here, eXp Group Insight Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Serafino, live from the trade show floor, the Javits Center, the New York Produce Show, the greatest city in the world, New York, my hometown. And another guest, Jose Manuel Villacis, Senior Vice President at LATAM. Bienvenidos. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show again.
Yeah,
Second appearance on the show.
Second appearance on the show. What do you think? We're here live from the Javits Center floor. Pretty busy show this year.
Oh, yeah. It's been great. You get to see your colleagues in the industry. You get to see your vendors. You get to see all your customers and new customers too. There's a lot of potential in this show. This is our hometown, and we love it here. I think that we dominate a few categories in the area. People know about us, and you just see the traffic. Everybody wants to meet with us.
I'll tell you something that impresses me each and every year. The show has been going on for 15 years. We have exhibited every year that the show has been a thing. We've been around, obviously, for 20. We're always in this corner. And at first, we ended up here by accident. I don't know if you know the story.
No.
That this was the only spot that they had. And my father, our chairman, our CEO, actually thought
Emil there.
Yes, we do. He thought it was the worst location. He thought I boondockled it. And we've been in this spot for actually 10 straight years. And, Jose, now that I see it, and you see the traffic that the back left corner of the trade show floor generates, typically you want to be in the middle.
Yeah.
You want to be in the front.
Of course.
You want to be areas around, they call the center of the show Central Park. But really, this area with the coffee machine behind me and seeing all the floor of how we're generating traffic is quite impressive.
Absolutely. The location is everything in marketing. And when you have a stand like this, that honestly doesn't compare to anything else at the show.
Let's talk.
Maybe it's not so right for me to say it.
It's okay.
But it is
Let's
true.
talk about it.
It is true. It's a magnificent setup. We have the podcast now.
Thank you for coming on as always and supporting it.
Oh, absolutely. It's my pleasure to be part of the team and do this. But what you get is traction. And this is like a magnet for everybody on the show. I've seen people that come here just to see what is this about? What is eXp doing now? What is this podcast? And all the products that we are in now. We are A to Z. We're not a tropical house anymore. People want to know. They come for the coffee. They get a nice conversation with us here, with you, with your father, Manuel, everybody in the team. It's just excellent. It's magnificent.
I'm going to harp into that. We had my father on earlier, and he said that the momentum around our organization is palpable.
It is.
He said that 2026 is going to be a groundbreaking year for our organization. Being at the show in December, it sets the landscape for that. But more importantly, I feel that you're right at the glass ceiling that you're breaking through, and you see everything that's around the booth and the setup. It's hard not to feel that way, no?
Everybody sees it. But I think that the momentum is not 2026. I think that we've been building this momentum since probably 2020. That's when I joined the company.
I was just about to say, and what year did you join the company?
I joined the company in 2020.
Just saying.
And I always said in 2022, this is not the same company I joined 2 years ago because it doubled the business. You don't see that in this industry. You don't see the growth that you see at eXp in this industry happening just because. You see it when you do the work and when you have the right team to do all the growth, all the plan that we have, the new companies that we're adding. I know we have some in the back burner. I'm not going to disclose that.
Please don't.
But we have now a location in Long Island.
Yep.
That's this year.
In May.
Only a few months. Texas location.
Jose, it was not even 7 months ago.
How about California, Anthony?
Yep.
The
We
business
have a
we
team
do
out
in
in California.
Florida. The business that we do in Florida.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. So I'm very happy to be part of this growth that I see at EXP. And I'm very happy to see all my vendors and the customers, and they all are impressed to what we do. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful to see. And I asked the chairman, my father, I was like, you started this business 20 years ago, EXP Group. Did you ever imagine, look around, that your company, your vision would be what it is today? He told me he didn't know how to answer that question because the answer was no. And you never really do. But when you're really in the run of something, you kind of see it. And I'm watching and witnessing it live in time, setting our direction for the next generation, where we're going to go, where I would like to see our organization take the next steps going forward. You see the momentum that's getting built up on an everyday basis. But now when you come on the show on an annual basis, people coming up to you, whether it's your vendors, whether it's your clientele, your service providers, and they're like, holy, the
Yes.
momentum that is getting built at this organization is quite unbelievable.
Yes. I got to see, we what I do is the shipments out of Latin America, right?
Yep.
And we ship a lot out of Ecuador, Peru, we do Guatemala, we do every country down south. So I get to see new shipping lines. I heard of you guys. Jose Manuel, can I take a minute of your time? We want to present our service to you.
Today.
Today. What country are you servicing? Oh, Guatemala, Honduras. Okay, very nice meeting you. That's a new business card that I get. The networking, it's fantastic on this show. I love it. I can even tell you, I think I met with 3 or 4 shipping lines, 2 terminals. They all approaching EXP because they want to be part of the growth.
I did see Holt Logistics here. Holt was here. Gloucester
was
City.
here.
Who? Crowley?
Crowley was here.
Crowley has a booth. I don't know if you saw that.
Yes, they came to us here. They wanted to have a meeting, present themselves, and they have a great service.
I do like Crowley as a shipping line, no?
It's excellent.
Yeah, it's a good boutique service.
It is.
They don't have a lot of ships in rotation, but it's a very well-run organization.
Yeah, it is. Listen, I met with Maersk, Seaboard, Citicorp, the terminal in Ecuador.
Yes.
I mean, they're all here. They all want to meet with us, Anthony. They all wanted to say hi to you, to say hi to Emil. It's just great to be the epicenter of the show. That's what I feel.
And it's, I think one thing is to be the epicenter of a show. And then I think one thing is to realize that you're having a great show when you're not in the best location. Now, we all know the elephant in the room is, I don't think we have the best location, but we made it our home.
Absolutely.
And I think now when you come by, EXP Group is booth 167. It was started off at 163, 165, 167, 169.
Yes.
I don't even know what our booth, what is it,
169.
169. So you understand, at the booth, you have we're multiple booths set up here. I think it's a few of them. And I don't know which number we go by, but it's 169. I keep messing it up. 169.
Yeah.
So that is our booth. But we've made that our home. Our coffee, which is entrenched. So I don't know if people know this story as well. The coffee is part of EXP Group's culture.
Yes, it is.
So when I talk about quality service, brand, cultura, culture, coffee is at the precipice of that. So I make it in a sense where, if you notice this year, we used to have the coffee in this one corner.
Yeah.
But this corner would kind of be dead for me. So I moved the coffee now to the right side of the corner so you can kind of get brought into the booth and have the coffee.
Yeah.
It's a game changer. I don't know if any other booth has a coffee machine. I think we're the only one.
And if they have coffee, it's not as good as this one. And they definitely don't have the cookies.
They definitely don't have the cookies from Chirco. Shout out to Chirco Bakery.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if I can say this in the podcast, but I'm going to say it anyway. The coffee that we had in California sucked. I didn't think it was good. I'm going to be totally honest. It was burnt, and you could tell burnt coffee. We had coffee at the booth, but it was different, right? And the New York show, I feel, is changing each and every year. Jose, I feel there's less exhibitors than ever, but it's busier.
But you
What
know
do you
what?
think about it?
I do
prefer
see,
it. More open. Maybe they're relaying it out. I don't know.
I do see more international exhibitors. And it used to be
Ecuador is across from us.
Ecuador is across from us,
Mexico has a pavilion with mariachi.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. I saw Guatemala here.
Yes. So that's where I see the growth. These people want in. Listen, New York is the capital of the world.
I agree.
So we are going to require this international traffic just by means of the population that we have. The demographics of New York are driving this. So we serve these communities. We know what we're doing. Every country that is here, we do something with. It may be bananas or plantains, limes, dragon fruit, pineapples, papayas. Every country is here. We see everybody. We have said hi to so many people.
It is unbelievable. You know, it's funny you mentioned this. I am noticing an increase of international companies at the show, countries as a whole, and their trade organizations here here at the show. That has changed. In the past, we have not really seen that. We just haven't seen international presence the way it is now.
Yes.
What's driving that? Is that demographics?
I have to say yes. I think that, you know, with the immigration that we have in the area, you know, New York serves, what, 70 million people, Anthony?
It's about right.
So many countries. You say hi to every single culture and country of the planet in New York. It's very common for us to hear other languages. And they have to be represented in a show like this that serves this community.
So
It's
you
only
can
natural.
you can actually argue that the New York Produce Show for years was underserved. Now it's realizing its full potential, and I'm actually seeing it when it's realized the full potential. I have been pushing, shout out Ken Whitcare from the New York Produce Show and Produce Business Magazine, which is across from us as well, to get them to move the hall. I don't like this hall. I want them to be in the main area. Can they and allow us to have a bigger booth set up?
Right.
Why is that? Because everyone needs to have the same booth size. I think it's more profitable from that standpoint. I have to bring him on the show to ask him those questions. But from that standpoint, what do you think about the layout of the show? I'm curious. You're not picking your bone too much about it, right?
No. Listen, it serves a purpose. It's a one-day show. It's a fast setup. Maybe it's too fast of a show. How about we make this a 2-day show at least?
Okay.
And then you can have a bigger booth. Then you have a bigger location. You don't need to
The
be
show
secluded.
should be 2 days, Jose.
It should be a minimum of 2 days to make it worthwhile. If you're coming from another country, you have to do all these for just a few hours. It's hard. Not too many people is going to be, able to do it.
Okay, so let's talk about it. It is Christmas time in New York City. It is December. It's a week after Thanksgiving.
Beautiful time in New York.
Beautiful time in New York. It is, I think it's -2 outside. Freezing.
Great weather.
Great weather for you. You love that. I do love the cold. But more importantly, Jose, you're seeing more international presence. I'm seeing more international businessmen and women here on the trade show floor just for a one-day show. Show is from 10 to 5.
Yes.
So I'm seeing a show that is essentially what, 7 hours?
That's it.
That's it.
Do you imagine what it will do if it's a 2-day show or a 3-day show when, we travel, we go to Madrid, we go to Berlin. These places, they have shows that are 2, 3 days, 4 days.
We're going to Gulf Food this year for the first time. Gulf Food is going to be in Dubai.
We're going to visit our customer there.
Yep.
So definitely the show can grow. And I think it can do a little better perhaps on the cost of visiting the show. I believe it's a little too expensive. That's my opinion.
This show?
Yes. And
It is outrageously expensive.
It's too expensive.
I told this to Ken. What are you doing?
Listen,
To do a booth of this setup, you're spending over $30,000.
Yes. These people.
It's expensive.
So some people travel. They come here. They're already on the expense account. $1,500. I think it is. It's a lot
Yeah.
of money. So unless you justify the expense, it's very hard to swallow that pill.
So let's.
So
Sorry.
they can no. So the point is, if they do more days and if they do a bigger space,
Companies can justify that
now
expenditure
you can
more.
expense that much better because you're going to have 2 or 3 days of traffic into the show, and it'll be worthwhile. And they need to revise those rates so we can get even more traffic now.
Well, I would argue this too, Jose. I think a trade show is about its investment. And I think when you travel to different shows, you see what you're going to get out of it. You need to attack it with a plan. I think the way that this organization has attacked our trade show strategy, we have elevated our trade show strategy tremendously.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I keep bringing up my father's tidbits from the podcast, but he mentioned something to me and he said, availability is your biggest asset. So once you understand that availability is your biggest asset, I think you really have to make yourself presentable and available to really gain the delta of that.
Absolutely. I agree 100% with that. If
You don't get sick of traveling with me?
No, not at all. I actually love it.
Sorry. Continue.
No, absolutely. Listen, you have to enjoy what you do. And I think I said this on the first podcast. I hope nobody watched that one because I wasn't really prepared for that one.
You weren't.
You pulled me just from my desk. Okay,
I pulled them up. I said, sit on the podcast, you're fired. No, I didn't say that. I'm kidding. I didn't.
No,
I did not say that.
It's how I understood it anyway.
Yeah.
So, no,
it's not wrong.
It was a great opportunity. But anyway, you have to enjoy what you do. And honestly, I believe every single team member love what we do.
Yeah.
I see it all.
Yeah, that's the secret sauce of a culture of an organization is you have to really give up
You
about
know
your
what
job.
it is also this time of the year, Anthony? Is contract times. So it's contract time for bananas,
Let's talk about that.
plantains, and all that. So the season of this show is just ripe for contracts.
So you mentioned contracts. You are correct. The seasonality of the show is perfect. But we also thought the seasonality was perfect for the Madrid show. Now, it's a totally different landscape now because we were dealing with tariffs from the Trump administration.
Yes.
And in Madrid, nobody wanted to talk about contracts for 2026 due to the fact of the tariffs.
That is correct.
Now,
not only the tariff, but also the price that they were getting for spot bananas in Ecuador. Because we import a lot of our bananas from Ecuador and Guatemala.
Yes.
So that's no secret. Ecuador was selling bananas at a ton of $12 and $13 fruit only.
Fruit only.
For everybody out there, you have to add another $5 to the price to make it an FOB. Then you have to bring it here. You add in more money. Then you have to ripen the bananas. So it
Fruit
would
only,
be impossible.
you need to sell fruit for $24 at that point.
At a minimum. So
That's crazy.
They weren't ready to discuss contracts in Madrid.
My point is, it's so uncanny because I remember the day where you came into my office and you said, Anthony, listen, I don't know what your plan is. This in my former employment, I would always attend this show and it was an excellent show. You were 100% correct. I think a great attribute to a leader is not admitting, but understanding and being a great listener. And I think the best quality of leadership is listening. And I think I'm listening to what our team members are telling me. And more importantly, you've made it that's the show for contracts. But no one wanted to talk about a contract.
Not this year, no.
So what are we seeing, right? What can people expect on pricing on contracts? Is fruit going to be cheaper? Is fruit going to be more expensive?
I can't disclose that now.
Yeah.
Because we haven't finished our negotiations yet.
I agree.
So I don't want to give anything away yet.
Of course, and I'm not asking for details
No,
there.
of course. But listen, bananas is an item that should be sold for more in the supermarkets.
I agree.
Okay, it takes a lot to bring a banana. I just mentioned the steps. Just to bring a banana here. I didn't mention what it takes to grow it. I mean, it takes a lot. It's internationally grown, and it's the cheapest fruit in the supermarket.
I've always said The issue with pricing on bananas has always been that the retailer is giving the fruit away. They need to be more expensive on the fruit level, and they're not. They're charging. I don't want to out retailers. I walked into a retailer 3 days ago. I saw bananas at 39 cents, 49 cents a pound. What is that?
No reason.
You're doing a disservice to the industry
Yes.
and all the hard work that is done to get the fruit to that point.
Right.
It's impossible to make a profit.
And I get it when you have an oversupply of any product, you have to lower the price so you bring the volume in. But banana is pretty inelastic.
I agree with that.
If you need a banana, you're not going to look at the price to get it.
No, you never
You
do.
just bring in the bananas home.
Yeah, you just want to bring the fruit in.
That's it. So there's no need. Like you said, there's no need. But okay, it's the contract time now.
Yep.
It's perfect. People is going to want to know what's coming on 2026. We're going to give you the news when we're ready. And we're not there yet, but we're going to be pretty soon. So I love this time of the year.
I know you do.
This is where I thrive. I love
This
it.
is
I love it.
your time to shine,
Yes,
as they say.
Absolutely.
EXP Group, a growing organization. Obviously, our need for fruit is at its greatest need. We're growing, expanding just naturally. When you grow and expand, you need more, you need volume, you need bullets to grow, right? So this is where we are as an organization that's growing. I can't announce it. We have our 4th location coming hopefully very soon.
Very soon.
Which is it's in negotiation as well. We have 3 locations. We opened up New York. A year ago, we sat here, no, not in this chair because the podcast wasn't created yet. We only had 2 locations, New Jersey and Texas. Now we have New York. Our VP of New York is here, Henry Benya, who runs our operation in Bayshore, Long Island.
It does a great job.
Does he?
Yes.
Have you been to the facility?
I haven't yet.
You haven't. I am going to out
Wow.
you. Yeah.
I
Get your
didn't- I-
get your ass there.
I will be there. I didn't know if I should lie and say yes, I have been there, but it's
But
not
you
me.
can't lie to
it
my
wouldn't
face.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
be me to say that.
I'm actually going on Monday.
Are you going on Monday?
Yeah.
Maybe we go together then.
Would you? I
It's time.
doubt
I
that.
think it's time.
It is time. I know the chairman. He's been.
Yes.
He loves it. He thinks New York has been our one of our strong points, and he thinks it's untapped potential.
And we're going to sell only more bananas now with the 4th location.
Of course.
Little
So-
bit of disclosure then.
Yes, we
Little
will. We will be selling more bananas. So our banana providers, we're someone that you can grow with. And I think every year our partners, our vendors, our clientele, they're growing with. So last thing before we depart, I have this new initiative at the company and I want to know your thoughts about it. So about every chair being empty in a meeting for the client, the customer.
I love it. So we had a meeting yesterday, and I saw an empty chair.
Yep.
And it was a meeting, but it was a very nice dinner also
Yep.
with you guys and the executive team. And I see this empty chair, and I ask you, who's coming that I don't know? I think we're all here. That's the empty chair for the customer. Don't you love it? In an internal meeting. I mean, you gotta love it, Anthony.
Yeah.
It's imprinted now. How can I forget that?
Jose comes to me and says, Anthony, you have this empty, who are you missing? I said, no, everyone's here. He goes, well, there's an empty chair. I said, well, that's for the client. And he goes, wow. But that's the message that we're trying to build at this organization, that every decision that we make as a team, as an executive team and our team members, it's about the client, it's about the customer, and it's about that service that we provide. I asked my father, what does he want to be known for? He said servicio. He said service. And what if I told you that EXP Group isn't really a fruit and vegetable organization?
It's not.
It's a people organization serving fruits and vegetables, not a fruit and vegetable organization serving people. And the bedrock of our people is culture. And the bedrock of culture is the service that we provide.
Everything we do it for the customers. We don't do anything because we need to bring more bananas we don't get more trucks just because we need more trucks. We want to be the biggest guy on the block. No, we do it because we need them for our customers.
Speaking of trucks, you see the truck out front?
Of course I did.
What'd you think about
How
that?
can you miss it?
Not a bad idea, right?
You're gonna see that in the not in the podcast, but you will see it in all our social networks.
Yes, some social networking. Logistics a big part. Texas now getting a first piece of EXP logistics equipment. Super exciting tablet as well.
Absolutely.
Jose, I can't thank you enough. I could talk to you for hours.
Anthony, fantastic time.
Are
Thank
you more prepared this time?
I think that at least that you gave me the heads up this morning.
I guess you're
But
going
it's
to be
always
on
a
the
pleasure.
podcast.
It was a pleasure, the first one too.
Yeah, it's always a conversation. We continue the conversation here at eXp Group Insights. Anthony Serafino live from the trade show floor here in New York, the Javits Center, the New York Produce Show, the 15th edition of the New York Produce Show, eXp Group's 20th year anniversary. So exciting. It's been a great year. Onwards. We'll talk soon.